What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? This is a very special Schmoedown reaction video because today I will be reacting to the pay-per-view starting with Stacy Howard versus Kevin Smith with some pizza, because why not? I mean, it's gonna be a crazy match. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's always fun when Kevin Smith is in the Schmoedown. It's always fun when Stacy Howard pulls a ridiculously impossible guest out of who knows where. And we all know that I'm not gonna get any questions right, so why do I even bother? Okay, I will be participating in the match, but it's gonna be a more casual participation. I'm going to enjoy my pizza in peace, while also watching some fun Schmoedown ridiculousness. And I'll tell you what, I'm not even gonna pick sides, because Kevin Smith, well, I mean, it's Kevin Smith, and Stacy Howard, you just can't bet against her, because she always surprises you. Like, Christian said it best, she can lose to the worst players and win against the best players. She could beat Dan Merle on an off day and lose to, I don't know, Tom Dagnino on her best day. Who knows? She's one of the biggest enigmas in Schmoedown, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this match, which is the undercard of the pay-per-view. And yeah, let's get this on, because I can't wait to dig into my pizza. So here we go. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. Oh, what? He actually has a bed?
Sam Hill. Oh, it's another beautiful day, my friend. What are you doing for breakfast?
He's sleeping with the bell.
Fruity Pebbles? Or steak? Well.
And he's got a coyote.
Up and at him.
He's got a plush of a coyote.
This is the way we brush our teeth. Brush our teeth. Brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth when we have the shingles belt.
I don't know why Dan sent you all the way up to New England without a winter coat. I'm sure it wasn't anything personal. He's out of practice. I mean, the guy lived on the West Coast for the last, I don't know, decade or something. I know, that's what I was saying at the time. He's not even Jordanian. Yeah, I actually watched the movie after that match. God help me. Humans are not made to sit at computer terminals or travel by aeroplane. Destiny intended something different for us. No. Correction, little coyote. Correction. It was actually David Lynch who directed the original Dune.
Hashtag David Flincher.
Mostly. Blu-ray and then DVD starts over again. Top shelf. Favorite directors, mostly. You know, frankly, I just don't like the idea of you being exposed to a bunch of mouth-breathing idiots. They don't make masks in your size. He wears what when he sleeps? For too long now, we have been estranged from the essential, which is the nomadic life, traveling on foot. I mean, it's gotta be better than life with Bateman. What was that like? No kidding. That's what you want to watch today? It's a great choice, buddy. It's my favorite Jason Bateman movie of all time. That one wasn't even hard, buddy. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to teach him a few things, but he's not retaining anything. Alright, you're up, Belt. Distinction must be made between hiking and traveling on foot. In today's society, though it would be ridiculous to advocate traveling on foot for everyone to every possible destination. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and you wanna go home.
No, I'm Adam Collins, and I know more than you do.
He did too say the correct answer, little coyote. Calm down. No, I have no idea what game we're playing whatsoever. It makes absolutely no sense. I personally would rather do the existentially essential things in my life on foot.
I'm so happy I have
I'm
some
Adam Collins,
pizza
and I know
to
more
enjoy
than you do.
with
No, I'm Adam Collins, and I know more than you do. We're all Adam Collins, and we all know more than you do.
What happened? What happened? Is everything okay? The thing just went dead. It's stuck on this thing. This thing happened. Oh, because it also happened in the actual pay-per-view. So, okay, that happened. Okay, not that I don't enjoy looking at Dan Murrow's gorgeous face, but what is happening here? Like, seriously. Well, I mean, from what I'm seeing, it's gonna fix itself out in a couple of seconds.
I am great, Christian. They call me Baby Carrots around these parts. And tonight, what an epic event we have. Where do you want to start? Two great matches.
What is with this thing? I mean, I heard that there were some internet problems at the start of the match, but what's going on? So am I supposed to just sit down and enjoy this pizza all by myself?
Competitor in Schmoedown history to ever win 8 straight matches. If he does, he will beat the record held by himself and Sam Levine at 7. And in the undercard here tonight, what a match.
What is going on here? I hope this doesn't go on for the entire match. From what I'm seeing, things do get better in a minute or so, but what the hell? This was supposed to be a fun match with pizza. I don't understand this. Why
a lot
are
of
you
people
doing
have had
this
rough
to me?
sophomore years. Can this
Again, every time I feel like it's gonna be better, it just gets worse. What is happening? Well, people during the live match must have been so frustrated when this happened. If it did happen. Oh. That's
Tonight, could he get to that all-time holiest of holy numbers 8, where we're thinking about Cal Ripken, Kobe Bryant, and then maybe Adam Collins?
We're going to find out, because it's 8 big points for Adam Collins if he wins tonight. Because of the defense, it'll be 7 points if Merle can take the title back. But then you shift to the undercard, the match we're about to start right now, and that is Sassy Stacy Howard, who has just been one of these competitors who...
The internet giveth, and the internet taketh away. Well, what I'm seeing, this is one of the last few times it's going to happen. At least from the way it looks like on my end, but still, it's a frustrating start.
So this is a big match, because
be a great
if
match.
Kevin gets to 3-0, if Stacy wins 3 more matches, they are hunting for a title shot. They are getting close to a #1 contender shot. So this is a big match for both the suspects and for the Mercs.
Yeah, and I think both of those nicknames may be underselling the competitors and their respective traits, because Stacey Howard, you talk about being sassy, she's bringing a lot of attitude to this matchup tonight. Like you said, she's riding high, feeling good, refreshed, and studied all offseason, so she's ready to make her mark in Season 8. And then Kevin Smith, I mean, good enough. Sure, it's a great song off the 5150 album, but I don't think that accurately describes his epic match with Chris Jericho that went to overtime, where he eventually won in sudden death, or the fact that he was able to best a German pop star sensation on the German pop star sensation's own terms. That's a tough environment to walk into for everyone, even if you are an acclaimed director of some note.
Well, we're going to find out, because this is definitely Kevin's toughest test to date with Stacy Howard, who's been in the league since season 3. This is a very, very game opponent here, and it's going to be a scrap. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for it. You guys are about to get excited because Nerd Chronic, he cut the promo. Here we go.
Don't you dare give out them in the middle of the promo,
Today
Internet.
is a first
Don't
for
you
me as a
dare.
manager. Today is the first time someone I used to manage is going to lose to someone I do manage. This is Quirky Merc hollow ground right here. And this is where I want to say, today, you guys are going to understand that Kevin Smith isn't just a writer, director, producer. He isn't just Silent Bob. He is a schmo.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. I'm up against Stacy Howard. Up till now, I've beat 2 other superstars, man. But this is a real trivia star, so I don't know how it's gonna go.
Look, there was no easier decision for me in the draft than picking up Stacy.
Listen, Sam has always been a smart boy, a straight-A student. He knew what he was doing. I'm told in this match I'll be competing against Kevin Smith.
Stacy knows stuff about everything. I know I'm supposed to cut a promo where I'm like, I'm gonna take her downtown, but I can't. I don't even know that I can take her downtown. I don't even know I can take her down the block.
Today's a huge step towards him holding that belt. He's already turned Jericho into clearly not Le Champion. He's already floused the Flirtin', and now he's going to take down not some world star pop culture figure like those two. No, today he's going to take down a trivia master.
Kevin, I love you. You know I do, but, you know, movie trivia is one thing. The movie trivia Schmoedown is another. It's bigger than just, you know,
Spoken
knowing
like a
who
former
directed
champion.
Tusk.
Just saying.
I think that was you. It was either you or David Lynch. I don't know. I'll have to check my notes.
But listen, this is
Dave
the first time
Fletcher.
he's going to be competing against a real player with some experience, so I wish him luck. This will be fun. I've never beaten a famous director before. I wonder if he'll cry. I'm gonna make him cry.
Maybe I get my ass beat by Stacy Howard on the Schmoedown.
This is gonna sound weird, but I don't remember what his head looks like without the hat. Like, I literally cannot remember.
Look, as you see, Kevin's excited about being in the league. He's excited to be competing once again, and he knows that Stacy, this time, this is going to be this is a competitor. Stacy, she is ready for that shot. She has not had a title shot yet, so she is getting that much closer. So you know she wants it. You know this is the big stage. You're playing against Kevin Smith. You're playing on the Merle and Collins undercard. This is a big. The spotlight is on for both these competitors, Mark, and I think we're going to see a battle.
Yeah, and I think with Coy Chandler and Kevin Smith, we know that they work together so well in the Quirky Mercs. I'm very curious to watch how Sam is going to manage his competitor, Stacy, around this event that has so many eyeballs on it, so many people watching, frothing at the mouth, thinking that she could be one of those competitors that gets to the next level. The first step towards that would be defeating a monolith in the world of entertainment like Kevin Smith.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, just a reminder that our next big pay-per-view is going to be the free-for-all. 40 competitors going head to head until there's 40 of them. You're going to have the last person standing. The last person standing will get a title shot, and the MVP will get 3 points for their faction. That's April 24th, ladies and gentlemen. So just a reminder for that one. Mark, ready to get going?
You know all the competitors in the free-for-all?
I give
You
up.
want to tell me?
That's all Grace. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
3 rounds in the singles division.
Sorry.
Introducing first. Representing the Quirky Mercs with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, and one knockout.
One flouse out.
He is Kevin
Good enough
Smith. Kevin Smith returns to the Schmoedown. No longer a rookie. He is now a sophomore in the league. Kev, you've gotten some, obviously that performance against the Flouse, as you said, you did put a hurtin' on the flirtin', to quote exactly what you said. But now you got Stacy Howard. This is your toughest test so far. How you and Coy been preparing for this one?
I look forward to this match because while the flirting was a character, I like to deal in the real. And I think today is going to be a real hard match. I think I'm going to face somebody who's been in the league a lot longer than I am. So Coy was very sure to express that I can't take this one for granted. I haven't taken any of them for granted, to be honest with you. I can't tell you the amount of preparation I put into getting ready today. I'd put it at a level of preparation H. I was shaving and stuff, and when I'm shaving, I'm quite the stoner, obviously. So when I shave and I see white hairs in my beard, that's when I pull out the tiny scissor and go in and try to cut each one out. And I fall into it like Daniel, with Mr. Miyagi trimming the bonsai tree, and I could get lost for a long time. And I only do that when I care about where I'm going to show up. So obviously I care about this appearance, not enough to put on a jacket. I'm still wearing a robe, but that's part of the comfort. Both other matches, I believe I was wearing a robe and I won both times. So this ought to teach you never to ask a stoner a question.
That was a pretty good answer, Kev. I'm going to have to get your tips on plucking my gray chest hairs. I see on my card here that you're an aspiring director. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. Exciting.
I'm allowed to talk about that.
Being a competitor in the Schmoedown made you a better helmer of films.
It's
there's that word again.
It's given me a spring in my step, a boost of confidence, in as much as, hey, I do know a thing or two about movies. That's where it all begins. You gotta love a thing before you can work in a thing. So obviously I'm working up toward being a director and whatnot, but my passion is there. You'll never meet a director who don't know a lot of movie trivia. Never met one in my life, man, because in order to become a director, you gotta love movies. So that gives you a knowledge, a working base of flicks out there. It actually does prepare you, I think, a bit for directing, and I hope to do it one day. I've done it with friends, but at a professional level, that'd be amazing.
Hey, keep at it.
Good enough for me.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you there. Last question before we bring in your opponent here, Kev. The funny thing is, when you were coming into the league last year in free agency, you had mentioned that obviously Coy reached out to you first, but right afterwards, Sam Levine had reached out. Sam Levine is now managing your opponent here today. So will you be looking at how how Sam's managing styles are during this as opposed to Coy? I'm just curious.
I've already seen a sample of Sam's management style, in as much as Sam came to my house under the guise of recording an episode of my podcast, Schmoedown, the long-running, what are we on, 14-year now podcast and stuff, just to humble brag on the side. And I thought it was because he was interested and honored to be on the show. Now I'm starting to think it was about getting some inside info for the future of this match. I think he was looking out for his client. I think he was here in his managerial capacity. And so, I love Coy, but he's just a flower of a person, a sunshiny boy. He don't have the killer edge, man. The kind of thing that maybe Johnny didn't bring to Cobra Kai, to keep going with the Karate Kid metaphors, but that Kreese did. So I see Sam as kind of a Kreese, and I see Coy as kind of a Danielson, who basically wants to run a dojo based on what he was taught by Mr. Miyagi. But sometimes, I won't say that I regret Coy joining the Quirky Mercs and Coy being my manager, but I was impressed by Sam's level of deception on behalf of his client.
Yeah, and that's how he made a big career for
Cobra
himself.
Coy.
So I'm that you're
Took
completely
me
accurate.
a while
You know the
to
man well.
finish
All
the
right,
bite.
well, thank you, Kevin. Good luck to you, sir.
Wow, that was 3 hours of him just talking.
And
his opponent. Representing the usual suspects.
With a record of 7 wins, 5 defeats, and 1 knockout. She is Sassy Stacy Howard.
Sorry, guys, 1 second.
Sure.
99 facts about 19.
I love that doll behind her.
Oh,
Right.
Of the Bernie
Bookmarking
with
that.
the
Nice.
meme.
Oh, well, Stacy, that's
thing
not
with
actually,
the
that's an
Max
exhibition match that
mittens.
you will be a part of down the line, but that's not, of course, why you're here today.
Why are we here?
So I know that sometimes once you play your matches, you're out, you're checked out, you're done. You pull out those magical moments like you did against Gray, you did against Stacy, but you are going up against the very memorable Kevin Smith here. So are you familiar with Kevin? Do you know what he's done so far in the league? And
I love
a
Dances
minute.
with Wolves. Yeah.
You
So
just said
wrong, Kevin.
she
sorry.
won a match against
no,
Stacy?
not familiar
Which
really.
Stacy?
But excited to play today. Excited to beat him. Hope I see some tears rolling down those beautiful rosy cheeks of his. So yeah, let's get cracking. I'm ready.
Stacy, with this somewhat new information that your own manager, Sam, could have possibly been wooing your opponent today, Kevin Smith, does that factor into your prep or your desire to topple the famed director here today?
Yeah. I mean, I never want to hear about, my current fling's exes. So, I'm the only one,
But
I'm
he's
the
not
one that you should be
technically an
focused on.
ex.
So yeah. I want to beat
Kinda.
him. I want to be the best. I want Sam to love me more.
all right, last question before we start here, Stacy. Like as I said, this is a big match for both you guys because the winner is going to be that much closer to a shot at the championship, something that you have been looking to do since season 3. So how important is that? Does that go into the thought process going into this match?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think with a match like this and a player like Kevin and a personality like Kevin, it gives you street cred. It gives you clout. It gives you something to say, okay, all right, she's got it going on and she's going
What's with
for
all
it.
these
So
messages?
I want to beat him and,
It's the middle of
continue
the
to go
night.
for it.
I'm
Absolutely.
watching a match and having pizza.
All right, well, good luck to you. We're going to bring in Kevin.
Probably
We're
put
going
my
to
phone on
keep
silent, but
Stacy
I
in
know
here.
me. I'm going to forget to put it back
All right,
on.
Mark, our competitors have
Not
entered
silent.
the virtual battlefield. What are the rules of round number 1?
In round number 1 and each and every round here in the Schmoedown, no passwords will be given out whatsoever. Instead, 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how lurk deep inside round number 1. Each question's worth a point. There's no penalty for missing a question, so give it your best shot. There's no fear of stealing. At least not in round number 1, there isn't. We're going to ask the question. As soon as you think you know it, please try to write down your best attempted said answer on whatever writing surface you prefer. Got to do it within 15 seconds because we'll ask you by name or nickname to reveal your answer to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule, which is an Ecuadorian term for repeat the question. We'll ask you the question again. Get another 15 seconds to get that correct answer to your pen or your mouth. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. If you don't like the way a question was ruled, you think something fishy's going on, bring in your manager. You may delineate to your heart's content, and then your manager will ultimately confirm and ratify that said challenge is taking place. Christian, I see focus, I see desire, I see determination, I see a legion of fans waiting to see what's going to happen in this incredible clash.
All right, Stacy, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Kevin, are you ready?
You know what? I'm going to put on my battle cap if that's okay.
100%.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm
Nice.
ready. I'm ready.
Then
let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Round number 1, question number 1. We're going to start in the realm of crime. What 2000 film from director Troy Duffy follows 2 Irish Catholic brothers who become vigilantes and wipe out Boston's criminal underworld?
Say what?
I know you're not a
What?
huge fan of that team. You ever make it up to Beantown?
Okay.
Once a long time ago, and I don't
Great
remember it
city.
well enough. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, and we start with Stacy.
Boondock Saints.
That is correct. And Kevin,
Oh, so that's the movie that you were
Oh my
talking about.
God! I also have Boondock Saints.
also correct. So it is 1-1 as we get to question
Okay.
2.
They're off and
I
running.
wanna
Your
watch
next
this movie
category
now.
is from the 1980s. And your question, Who directed the 1980s films She's Having a Baby and Uncle Buck? Well, Christian, one of those titles applies to me. The other one, I hope, never, ever does.
5, 4.
Thanks for playing.
3, 2. I was going to be mean. 1. Pens down, please. And Kevin Smith.
That would be the great John Hughes.
Yeah,
that is correct.
John Hughes.
Stacy?
That is the
John
worst
Hughes.
spelling of John
Tie
Hughes.
game, ladies and gentlemen. Tie game. Okay, next question.
I'm
This
so
is question
stupid.
number 3. Question number
Okay.
3. Horror/thriller. What was the first collaboration between director Steven Spielberg and actor Richard Dreyfuss?
Very diverse backgrounds here, Christian. Stacy, I see a lot of books, a lot of reading material. Kevin, it looks like is in a toy factory. I see a book. No, I see a book.
5, 3,
I think
2,
I'm correct about
1.
this.
Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Stacy.
Jaws?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
That is incorrect. Kevin?
As a kid who saw it in its first theatrical run, ladies and gentlemen, at a drive-in with his parents who had seen it before him, yet still judged it good enough to show a 5-year-old, which then chased me out of the ocean for the rest of my life.
Jaws.
Also, that is correct. So Kevin Smith goes up
I
by
love
1.
that
Kevin Smith
story.
goes up by 3-2. 3-2 as we get to question number 4.
It would have been a very awkward preamble if he ended up missing that question. All right, your next category is definitely not where you'll find Jaws because it is family films.
Of course
Unless
it
your last
is.
name is Smith. Your question for a point. Which legendary actor is the voice of Mufasa in both the animated and live-action versions of The Lion King?
Competitive battle here so far.
Yeah,
Between
people
Sassy.
crap on that Lion King, the one from 2009. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Me too. I love it. What's
5,
wrong with it?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Kevin.
I say
James
James,
Earl Jones.
Earl Jones.
And you would say correct. Stacy.
I also say James Earl Jones.
All right, 4-3. 4-3 as we get to our next question. Question 5. Which, in the category directors, which director is behind the films Lady Bird and Little Women? The
Funny question. I actually know without.
We have
never
a
mind.
director here, Christian, I'm told. You have a favorite flick of Mr. Smith's illustrious career?
I certainly do. Mallrats. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Too
Pens
many
down,
of the
please,
same letters
and
in the
Stacy.
same name.
Greta
Gerwig. Too many
Yes,
G's in that name.
Greta
Like,
Gerwig,
what the hell?
Okay, 5-4. 5-4. Next question. Question
Right.
6, Mark.
Showing off their big brains, Christian. The next category
Oh yeah,
is comedies.
this is big brain time.
Take
Comedy
anything I can get.
is business, kids.
Well, it used to be. Your question for a point. What 1980s spoof comedy has the line, I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommates?
So what does it make us? Absolutely nothing.
Christian, remind me to send PJ Campbell a gift basket.
This is so good, these questions. So good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Kevin.
I see
the
that your
Schwartz
Schwartz
be
is
with
as
you,
big as
Spaceball.
mine.
Yes, sir. Stacy.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
And
They're the
6-5. 6-5. What
Spaceballs.
a back and forth we have so far as we now get
This is the
to
most
question
fun match
number
I've had in
7.
a long time.
Fantasy sci-fi. Which Star Wars actor plays the protagonist David Rice in the 2008 film Jumper?
Oh,
Remember how excited we got for like 10 seconds when those Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money posters
Yeah, that's
appeared?
coming up. Yeah. Those Mel Brooks said he wanted to do one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up, please.
Shit.
And we start with Stacy.
Okay.
Hayden Christensen.
That's it, Kevin.
It looks like a G, but it's an S. I promise you.
Yes.
That was the
All right.
intention. I was under
7,
stress.
6, 7, 6, and now we get to the final question in the round,
I'm
Mark.
not even good at
It
doing
is in the
this
category
match.
of new releases.
I don't even
You go
have
to
time to enjoy
Blockbuster.
the
This is the
pizza
category
anymore.
you go to first. For a point, your question. Who plays a Civil War veteran who agrees to deliver a girl taken by the Kiowa people years ago to find her aunt and uncle in the 2020 film News of the World?
So Kevin Smith here working on, I think this would be his second perfect round that he did. He did one against the Flirt and Floss. We'll see if he can pull it off here.
Half working.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kevin for the perfect round.
It
Tom
sounds
Hanks
like
a lot.
sounds
Tom
like a
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
That's correct.
movie.
Perfect round for Kevin Smith. And for Stacy?
America's Dad, Tom Hanks.
All right, so
America's
Kevin,
granddad at this
because
point.
you got all 8
A man I
right,
share
you're
a
gonna have
birthday with.
question that
Just
goes
wanted to
you,
point
and
that
only
out.
You do
So,
not have to
yeah.
write it down. You simply have to
I
answer it.
share a
You
birthday
got
with
15
Tom
seconds
Hanks,
to answer the
so
question.
I'm officially
Are
better
you
than
ready?
you.
I'm prepared.
All right, here you go. Sean Penn, Josh Brolin, and James Franco star in what 2008 biographical drama?
Oh, that's too early for that. Hold on.
Can I repeat that or no?
If you want to use one, yes, you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, first one. Sean Penn, Josh Brolin, and James Franco star in what 2008 biographical drama?
It sounds like a Holocaust movie for some reason, but no idea why. It just sounds like it.
My best. This is a utter guess. I'm going to say
5, 4, 3, 2,
Go for it.
1.
Times of Harvey Milk.
Milk is correct. Milk is correct. So, all right. So, Milk. You're going in for a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a challenge.
All right. This
We
is
have-
the benefit of that. All right. So here.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I
she's
hate
on
to
the
do
faction
it,
with
but
Sam, so of
sorry.
course she's
the
going to
bad guy
challenge.
here. You know that's the name of a different movie.
Is it a Dave?
Yeah, it's the name of a documentary.
That's the name
Oh,
of a documentary.
really?
That's challenges on the table.
I
So
believe
challenges
the
on the table.
movie's just called Milk. So to clarify, it's just called Milk.
All right.
Can I also challenge?
Of course, you can reboot.
I believe the movie is Spaceballs is one word, not two words, but I didn't say anything. So
All
we
right.
were all here having a good time, kids. Didn't know
fan.
was there.
All right. So
I
challenge.
believe Kevin's argument is that he knew the movie, i.e., Spaceballs, with Stacy knowing the movie. So the challenge would be that the knowledge was there.
He's got a point.
Sam's
makes a lot
argument
of
is that the
sense.
other one that he said was a different movie entirely. So that's the argument on the
Well,
table.
I mean,
All right, let's
yeah,
go to
yeah.
the challenge graphic.
Yeah.
We will be right back.
So yeah, I mean, I agree with Kevin's counter challenge, but it's hard to refute the evidence that there is no other movie called Spaceballs, and there in this specific situation there is a movie called Milk and the Crimes of Harvey Milk. So yeah, it's a worthy challenge. So they should probably just give it to Stacy and not give Chris. Who the hell is Chris? And just not give Kevin the point. How did I went from Kevin Smith to Chris? Like, is there even a Chris in the Schmoedown? Well, seriously, is there? I'm probably thinking of Drunken Prayer, a good friend of mine, by the way, from the Outlaw Nation stuff.
All right, and we are back,
Who's
ladies
Chris?
and gentlemen. We are back. All right, Mark, the ruling.
All right, well, to quote the great film Spaceballs, we're back, and we have the combination. Kevin Smith knew that the film was about Harvey Milk, and that is great. Unfortunately, the question was about the 2008 film starring Sean Penn, not about the 1984 biographical documentary, whatever. The challenge is overruled, unfortunately, and Kevin Smith will not be awarded a point for knowing that it was Harvey Milk.
Since we are being lawyerly about it, I would like to restate a case. 3 previous examples in the round, I started my response by saying things like, "May the Schwartz be with you, Spaceballs." That's not the title, but I got correct credit for it. I told a very lengthy story, as pointed out, before I said the word Jaws, and that is not the title, but correctly I was awarded a point. And I said to Hanks a lot, Tom Hanks, and was still rewarded. So I don't understand why me saying The Times of Harvey Milk is taken away just because it also happens to be the name of a documentary. If you're going to take that point away, I think you should take all the points away.
Whoa! Calm down!
Specifically, say the answer. If we're putting a fine point on.
Well, to be fair, and not to take any more points away from you, Tom Hanks goes by T. Hanks quite often. And as far as Jaws goes, that actually, the story you told was the working title of Jaws on set.
Yes.
They shortened it before it was released.
Look,
Right,
I
so-
appreciate jokes as much as the next guy, but I appreciate hard-earned points much more. So I won't fight the judgment, although I just did for the last minutes. But I just want it, there should be an asterisk here is all I'm saying.
Well, nonetheless, you still have the lead, Kevin. It is 8-7. It is 8-7.
Could be a more commanding lead, Christian, is all I'm saying, but whatever.
Hey, and like I said, you're going up against Sam Levine, as you said, is the shark in the water and will come after you for certain things. And that's exactly what he did here today because his challenge is right.
Hey, Sam, I hate to even say it. Me and Sam are in business on something, and he still came out for the kill. That's how Schmoedown is, kids.
Yep. Well, he was right.
To me, as a good time, and what we find out is backstabbing as hell.
Christian, when you're the
Just give him a role in your next movie so you can kill him off.
oh no,
man,
Whoa!
it's like reverse Lincoln Hawk. I like it.
It's like one of those kids that play poker where they put their hood up and don't look. You can work off this.
All right, Mark, round number 2 is going to begin, and it is going to start right now, and you're going to tell us the rules of round number 2. What do you got?
That's right. As my challenge ruling is being questioned by the newspaper, the Amityville Times, your round 2 rules. The wheel round. Hey, you get to spin at that wheel. We don't actually have a wheel or the money to send you a wheel, so it's a virtual one. You're going to spin it with your mind. Once you settle on a category, you get 4 questions from that particular realm of Schmoedown know-how. Each question's worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we think is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1.
That's enough
that
pizza
could
for
be
now.
useful because stealing is available in round number 2. So if
Maybe
the
I'll finish it
original
later.
answer attempt is incorrect, your opponent will get to field that question. So Christian, Kevin Smith has an 8-7 lead, which is exactly what he wanted, no more. He gets to spin at that wheel first, or Kevin, you may defer to your opponent, who I will remind you has a manager who just challenged your question.
I would argue that stealing is done in round 1, as we just saw. It was stolen from me arbitrarily, but good to know that it's allowed in round 2. I will defer to Stacy. Stacy may spin first.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
I actually
Remove
got
Kevin
7
and
questions
bring
right
in Sam.
round 1. I'm shocked by that.
All right, 60
what a
seconds,
day, huh?
Sam. Starting now.
Hey, how you doing? Stace, can you hear me?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. No, I'm good. I thought you were
good.
asking everybody in general.
No,
I
don't care about them.
I'm sorry.
Girl,
I'm doing
I
good.
love you the most. You know
Thank
that.
you. This is what I'm trying to tell Kevin, but he's being, very needy today. And listen, he's a director, used to people sucking up to him. Not this round. No.
I know we both jeopardized our careers, our livelihoods by challenging, but you know what? Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Mhm.
There you
Absolutely.
go. All right, so I feel great about this. I love where we're at right now. It's a 1-point game.
This is only
That
the first
means nothing.
round.
So yeah, I mean, you ready to take on this wheel?
Ready? As long as I don't break it. Thank God it's digital.
Here you go. You can't spin.
I
from
think she
pegs
can
this
actually
time.
break the,
All right,
the
well,
digital
here is the
wheel
rule. Thank you,
also.
Stacy. And here is the first spin.
The
Spin is
original wheel
Oh, I
killer.
don't know, Christian. That wheel looks a little rickety now that Stacy spun it.
She has broken many wheels in the past.
I
so
really have, though. I really have.
at least 3.
Mhm.
And
That
we're
you know
land-
about.
That's true. And Stephen King, 60 seconds to
I'm
decide
not
if you want
sure
Stephen
it's
King
the wise
starting now.
choice to go with Vladimir Kevin.
Okay. I believe that I will spin again. I'm going to go
Yep.
ahead and spin again. Mhm.
Yeah, I think I support this decision entirely. We will spin
Yep.
again.
All
Yep.
right, spin again. Here it is.
As long as it's not Matt and
So whatever
Ben,
Stacy gets
because
now, she's going to have an
that's also a
opportunity
strength
to
of
answer some
Kevin.
questions. And here is.
Are you kidding me?
There's that luck.
Are
There's
you
that
kidding
luck.
me?
Right.
There's that luck. The Stacey Howard luck is
Yeah,
back.
the Stacey
All
Howard
All right,
Okay.
60
mojo
seconds
never
to decide what
dies.
you want to choose starting now.
Should we just get
Okay.
in his head and give him opponent's choice?
Yeah. No. So, I mean, I think I know of the, the two to pick from.
Sure.
So it's either going to be,
I
should I
we
say
go-
out loud my
Don't give him
you wanna go with
Batman.
lady?
Don't give him Lucasfilm, I think.
Yeah, let's go with the lady.
All right, we're going to go with Nora Ephron.
Yep.
Nora Ephron. All right, so
Okay.
Nora Ephron. That is going to be the category. We're going to remove Sam and bring back Kevin.
Hey, kids. Just a commentary from the sidelines and whatnot. Some chirping, if you will.
Hey, flip
Did you
the hat
see
back around.
the camaraderie between Stacy and Sam at the top of that when he was like, "How you doing?" and she just didn't even respond to him. That's the level of relationship that I aspire to with Coy. One day, I hope Coy, ignores me as much as Stacy ignored Sam. Is all I'm saying.
Well, you have a good chance. You have a good chance of doing that in between these rounds. So let's,
I'm schwitzing. Oh man, I'm being called out.
There's always something. There's always something. All right, here you go. Stacy, you get
Go get your Nora. Get your Nora on.
4 questions in the realm of Nora Ephron. Are you ready? All
I am ready. Let's do it.
right, here you go. Who plays Manhattan food writer Rachel Samstat in Nora Ephron penned film Heartburn?
Manhattan food writer, Heartburn.
Well, no points for me, so I might as well put
Let's
this
go
thing
with
down.
multiple choice on
Okay,
this
just
one,
a
please.
reminder, Stacy, to keep your hands up during this round.
Oh,
please.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Please
That's
go
all
with
right.
multiple choice.
That's all right. A. Stockard Channing. B. Meg Ryan. C. Meryl Streep. D. Catherine O'Hara.
I'm gonna go with Stalker Channing.
It's incorrect. Kevin for the steal here. Who plays? I gotta read the whole thing, please. If you
I don't need
mind.
to hear it.
Well, yo, listeners, who plays Manhattan food writer Rachel Samstat
the audio
in the Nora Ephron
listeners!
film Heartburn? Is it A. Stockard Channing,
Aye.
B. Meg Ryan, C. Meryl Streep, D. Catherine O'Hara?
Now, I don't want to get penalized again. Do I say the letter before?
No, just say, you can say the answer.
Meryl Streep.
Yes.
Meryl
1 point.
Streep!
Hey, wait.
Meryl
Technically, her
Streep!
name is The Life and Times of Meryl Streep.
Just want to point out for the record that
Yes.
Heartburn is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, how fun.
All right. Well, here's the second.
Aye.
All right. Nora Ephron made her directorial debut with what 1992 film?
This Is My Life.
Yes, it is. For 2
It's
points.
my life.
right.
No,
This Is My Right Life. Yeah.
No,
Here's question
wrong,
3.
Wrong song.
Steve Martin's character runs what type of nonprofit service in the comedy Mixed Nuts?
I'm gonna have to. I think I know. I'm gonna have to go with multiple choice to try and be sure.
Okay. Is it A, animal rescue, B, crisis hotline, C, volunteer firefighters, D, homeless shelter?
Crisis hotline.
That's correct for 1 point. All right, so here is your final question. Here's your final question. Which actress appeared in both of these Nora Ephron penned films? When Harry Met Sally and Hanging Up.
Carrie Fisher.
It's incorrect for the steal. Here we go. Kevin, here's the question. Which actress appeared in both of these Nora Ephron penned films? When Harry Met Sally and Hanging Up.
Meg Ryan.
It's correct for 2 more points. Correct for 2 more points. So Kevin Smith finds himself with a lead after round number 2 here. It is Kevin Smith 11, Stacy Howard 10, as that comes to a close. And now we remove Stacy and we bring in Coy.
Hi, Coy.
All right, 60 seconds, Coy.
You waxed the floor. You painted the fence. Now it's time to sweep the leg. Excellent work, sir. I will ignore you when I'm less excited because right now I am playing the good guy. And Kreese just tried to come in and throw off our whole chi, but you're playing too good to even let a guy that thinks that war never ends, that the lull is in between battles, take us out. You're playing like a veteran. This isn't a sophomore match. You're playing like a senior. You're ahead before you've even spun the wheel, and we love this wheel. We looked at this wheel. We feel commanded by this wheel. How you doing, man?
I'm so good, Sensei. Thank you for all your thoughtful consideration before the match and now even during the match. Like you say, we can win without even trying. If I forget what you said, but you said something very inspiring. That really helped me going into the match.
Let's win with honor, and the honor continues now with this wheel without challenges. Let's just win.
Done and done.
All right, the wheel is about to go up here. Thank you, Coy. And here is the wheel and the spin by Kevin. Here it is.
All these great categories, with and without the rounder's hat, forward or back. Movies has us.
Spin, mighty wheel, spin.
What do we got?
And Whoopi Goldberg, 60 seconds to decide if you want.
Does that mean are there 4 questions about Whoopi?
Yeah, these are all about Whoopi, and I would say this is in the second half of our goals. I think there's stuff that we like more, and there's only a couple we like less, unless you secretly want to dive into Whoopi. How do you feel?
I mean, if I spin again, do I only get so many of those or something?
So if you spin again, whatever it lands on, we got to stick with. And we still get 4 questions. Same amount of questions. It's just, do you feel like Whoopi Goldberg is as strong as other things?
You know what? I'm going to play the ball where it Whoopi's, man.
You want to rock out with this?
Goldberg. Yeah, I'm not claiming to be the world's biggest Whoopi Goldberg expert, but I feel like I might know a thing or two about it.
I feel like you might know Batman and Matt and Ben and stuff more, but if you want to, I like your headspace. If you want to go with it, I'm never gonna dissuade you, but I do think there's other stuff on the wheel.
There is, but let's give him a show.
All right.
10 seconds.
Whoopi it is. I like the gusto, man. Let's go with the heart.
All right, so Whoopi Goldberg is indeed the category. Going to remove Coy and bring back Stacy. All right, Mark.
If you guys were like, we didn't even have Whoopi questions prepared because we didn't think anybody would take Whoopi, but I'm on board for Whoopi. Again, not saying I know everything, but I didn't honestly I just didn't want to spin again. It seemed kind of cowardly.
Well, we didn't have to do it this time, and you're going to get 4 questions, Kevin, in the realm of Whoopi Goldberg. Mark, what do we got?
That's right. We will see if her illustrious career acts as sort of a Whoopi cushion for Kevin Smith's lead. And your first query of 4 for 2 points. Whoopi Goldberg won an Oscar for portraying the character Oda Mae Brown in which 1990 film?
Ghost.
That is correct for 2 points, and Smith off and running in the category of Whoopi Goldberg. Your next question. Whoopi Goldberg had her first comedic leading role in what 1986 Penny Marshall film?
Jumping Jack Flash.
Great tune. Solid movie as well. That's correct. Christian, it's a perfect round so far, and now we get to Kevin Smith's penultimate question in the category of Whoopi Goldberg. In the 1996 comedy Eddie, Whoopi Goldberg plays a fan who becomes a coach of what professional sport?
Do I get multiple choice here or no?
You may if you ask for it. But it goes down to 1 point if you do.
I'll take multiple choice.
All right, your 4 options. Is it A, basketball, B, baseball, C, hockey, or D, football?
I'm going to say basketball.
It is the New York Knickerbockers, and that is correct because they are a basketball team. We now see ourselves at the final question where Kevin Smith can push his current lead of 7 points all the way up to 9 going into round number 3. Kevin, your final question. The category of Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait, how is
Who
it 9?
stars with Whoopi Goldberg in the 1996 courtroom drama Ghosts of Mississippi as the real-life DA Bobby DeLauter?
Can I have multiple choice?
You certainly may for a point. Your 4 options are, is it A, John Malkovich, B, Alec Baldwin, C, Tommy Lee Jones, or D, Nick Nolte?
Can I hear them again?
You can hear it once without a repeat, yeah.
All right, your 4 options. Is it A, John Malkovich, B, Alec Baldwin, C, Tommy Lee Jones, or D, Nick Nolte?
And what year was the movie?
Can't tell you that unless you use a repeat of the question.
Fair enough. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess Alec Baldwin.
Your guess is correct, sir. It was Alec Baldwin, and that is a point. And Christian, Kevin Smith, apparently a big Whoopi Goldberg fan, and why not? She's great. Got her start at the Comedy Store. 17-10 going into round 3.
17-10, big lead by Kevin Smith here, 7 points. And now we get to the final round, round number 3. Mark, how's it go?
Right back to me for the rules, because round number 3 is the round that will determine the match, unless we go to sudden death overtime, which is in the realm of possibility. So here's what we need from the competitors. We need each of you to select 3 numbers. It's not too hard. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Your numbers may not be the same as your opponent, because each number corresponds to a unique, mysterious category of Schmoedown know-how. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. And your final one, you guessed it, 5 big points. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round number 3. All right, Christian, here we go, because Kevin Smith enjoys a 17-10 lead, which he really wishes was 18-10. He gets to give us his 3 lucky numbers first. So, Kevin, from 1 to 20, your favorite 3 numbers.
Let me get 3, 7, and 16.
3, 7, and 16 for Kevin, and for Stacy?
6, 12, and 16 is usually my third number, so thanks a lot, Kevin. I'll go with 17 then, right above.
17. All right, 6, 12, and 17. All right, so we are going to remove Stacy and bring in Coy. Coy, 60 seconds to talk to Kevin.
You haven't gotten anything wrong. Even the one they didn't give you credit for, you had right. You had to go to multiple choice twice. You have
Saw that.
I saw it. This number should be a lot higher, but it's still impossibly high. Also, people thought I put you in the free agency because, you know, this guy's going to get games. But no, I got you because you're a champion. You're playing like a champion today. You've missed nothing, and you have 2 JTEs left. This is a masterclass. You can still ask twice to repeat the question going into round 3, where you're about to dominate without deception. This is why Danielson is champion. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty damn good, but just for clarity, I've do you even get multiple choice in this round?
Not in this round. So you've got 2 JTEs, no multiple choice.
Anyway, so it's all good. So the only thing I have left are some GTEs if I need JTEs.
Two repeat the questions going into this, but you're not going to need them because you haven't so far.
Fingers crossed. Thank you, Coach.
Here's the win.
All right, thank you. Going to remove Coy and Kevin. Bring back Sam and Stacy. All right, Sam, you got 60 seconds to talk to Stacy starting now.
All right. Hey, I am so proud of you. Okay, you're hanging in there, and you know I love you. And here's a simple fact: we're gonna have to get some answers correct in this round.
Oh man, really?
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what you know. You don't what you don't. We've got all our JTEs left.
I'm pretty sure she knows what she doesn't know.
And this is where you shine, Stacy Howard.
This is the life and times of Stacy Howard.
This is the life and times of Stacy Howard. Yeah, that's right. Okay. This is round 3 is where you have made a name for yourself.
Yep.
And I expect today to be no different. So it's no longer about what Kevin knows or doesn't know. It's only about how you're going to do right now. And I believe in you. The suspects believe in you. You got this, Stacy Howard.
10 seconds.
Thank you. Pulling out all the stops. I ain't scared. Get ready, Kevin. Get ready.
All right, that's time. Thank you so much. Are we going to drop out Sam, bring back Kevin? All right, so Stacy, you're going to be answering first here. Try to avoid the TKO. And we start with your first question. You chose category 6. Category 6. That is in the realm of Quentin Tarantino. For your 2-point question. In Inglourious Bastards, what does Lieutenant Aldo Rain order each of his men to collect from 100 Nazis?
Scalps.
2 points.
Sam Levine was in that movie.
Stacy, to get within.
Of course she knows that.
2. Here is your 3-point question. Here's your 3-point question. You chose category 12. That is in the realm of biopics. Biopics. Okay, here is your question. Paul Dano and John Cusack co-star as famed musician Brian Wilson at different points of his life in what 2015 film?
Oh man, I know this.
Take your time. Use your JTE.
5,
no.
4.
You know this.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one. No, first one. First one, excuse me. All right, here's the question. Excuse me. Paul Dano and John Cusack co-star as famed musician Brian Wilson at different points of his life in what 2015 film?
Wilson!
I think I know it. Love and Mercy?
That's correct for 3
Yes!
points. She did it again. She did it
The
again.
Stacy Howard magic never dies!
So Stacy, you got both of those, and in order to bounce it back to Kevin and avoid the TKO, you got to answer your 5-pointer.
No pressure, no pressure.
5-pointer. It is category 17. Category 17, animated films.
Okay.
Animated films. Here it is. Which Oscar-winning actor voices the warden, the no-nonsense head of Metro City Prison in Megamind?
J.K. Simmons! I know this one!
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Second one. Okay. Which Oscar-winning actor voices the warden, the no-nonsense head of Metro City Prison in Megamind?
You're a villain, and you'll always be a villain.
I don't know. I never saw it. Total guess. Morgan Freeman?
And your winner!
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of technical knockout, Kevin Smith. The answer was J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons was the answer. Kevin Smith with a consecutive TKO, his second one after Zaflirt and Flaus. Big win here by Kevin Smith. 17-15 does not have to answer
in a row
his questions again in the third round, Mark. Big round and win.
May I suggest in the future that if you don't have to answer your questions in the third round because of a TKO, you call that Silent Bob.
This is the Silent Bob right now because he just gets to be. He just gets to be and vibe.
It's the Silent Bob.
If it ain't trademarked, you let me know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Smith takes the victory. So we are going to have Kevin and Coy speak with Steph Sabra in the winner's circle in just a moment. Thank you, guys. What a victory here by Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is for real. Kevin Smith is for real. He didn't just beat Zaflirt and Flaus. He didn't just beat Jericho. He beat Stacy Howard. Stacy Howard, as you saw, getting that magic in the last one, got hit with a hard animated question at the end there. But nonetheless, that she was fighting back like she does. But Kevin just had put together just such a hard lead that it was hard to come back to.
Yeah, it was fun seeing sassy Stacy Howard still have that magic in round number 3. Just couldn't quite pull a very difficult 5-point question. For Kevin Smith, Christian, he just gets better and better with every match he plays. His record is now 3-0, and I don't even think that is reflective of the knowledge inside of that noggin that is adorning a Viking movie cap, because he had a perfect round number 1. We won't talk about the bonus question. He got everything correct in round number 2, and then round 3 he looked prepared. And so I think that we saw a focused Kevin Smith, even more so than we've seen prior to this in the Schmoedown. So not only do I think he's got a bright future as a director, as a Schmoedown competitor, he is someone to be feared.
He's 3-0. He's got 2 knockouts now. He's probably going to put himself in the top 10, and this means he's probably sniffing around at a number 1 contender match here. This is very, very possible that we can see Kevin going for a number 1 contender match to get to that championship. If he's at 4-0, he's getting a title shot. So he's got a chance here, depending on who's at. Whether it's going to be whether it be Marisol McKee, could it be a Janine the Machine, could it be Chance Ellison? Who knows who's going to be out there? But Kevin Smith is in this league. He's a fierce competitor, and he just picked up, not only did he pick up 2 points, I'm sure he didn't even realize that he just did this. He gave the usual suspects and Sam Levine a -1. They lose a point because of this, because of what Kevin Smith was able to do here today. So, all right, with that, we're going to throw to Steph Sabra, who is standing by with Coy Jandreau and Kevin Goodenough Smith. Steph?
Hey, Steph. Oh, wow. What happened?
Coy and Kevin, congratulations.
Okay,
what a
really
match. Kevin, you came with your ropes. You came with your cap. You came ready to kill. How are you feeling right now?
I feel really good. You know, I don't have a lot of victories in my life. I lose a lot, like Charlie Brown. So coming in here and winning, you know, I feel a little bad that Stacy got knocked out. We didn't get to go for my answers for the third round and stuff. But that's the name of the game in trivia, man, particularly in the Schmoedowns. Somebody rises, somebody falls. And I've just been lucky enough. I'm with a great team, a great manager, where I have not fallen yet. But it's bound to come, but so far it hasn't happened.
Well, right out the gate, round 1 and round 2, you were on fire, baby. How was that feeling?
You know, it's really great. And it also is, I realize it's wonderful therapy for like a 50-year-old stoner to be forced to pull up random facts. Like, you know, you have to jump all over, and then there's sometimes the luck of the guess, but it really is therapeutic, not just, you know, like, oh, this is fun to do and it's cool because it's competitive and stuff, but it is therapeutic because you're forcing your brain to work in ways that it doesn't necessarily do that. And what is that if not exercise? So Schmoedown is the best exercise I get. Trademark Kevin Smith.
And Coy, you're clearly an incredible manager. What was the phone call like going into this match?
Well, what I loved is that this season, Kevin was my free agency pick. I only got to keep 3 players, period, hard stop. And everyone came at me with like, oh, it's a celebrity pick and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, Kevin is an actual champion. The man knows so much that I don't know what to put on the wheel. The man knows so much that I have a hard time narrowing down the slices. And then today, one of the only slices I was worried about, the guy goes 4 for 4. To me, this validates every troll in any message board from moviepoopshoot.net from 20 years ago. This gives me so much justice of fighting back against the internet, because I deal with that in spades in the nerd sphere. And now this is just one small step for the Schmoedown and the Quirky Mercs, one giant leap for nerdkind. And that's essential for me and my sanity. So Kevin just proving things right and wrongs, left and right.
I think what we'll see too in the future, probably not right now, but years from now when they talk about this match, they'll talk about the whoopee flex.
The whoopee
I did say dive into the whoopee, and then you whoopee flex, and all those innuendos were so focused they didn't even get called out because you whoopee flex to victory.
It was we dug Goldberg, man. It was a real whoopee, as it was said. It was a very much the whoopee cushion that we needed.
Absolutely. When you went for that whoopee, I had to say respect to this man. You came in with confidence. Now you're 3-0. You've cracked the top 10 ranking. Are you ready for the title picture now?
I'm nervous because you don't want to wreck it and stuff. But yeah, now 3 matches in, I feel confident where I'm like, sooner or later, they're going to ask me something that completely escapes me. And if the guests don't work, I'm going to be against the ropes. But for right now, I feel like I'm in my lane. I feel like I could get into a shot at the title.
Yeah, I think you're definitely out there. Coy, how would you feel if you heard, and your new Schmoedown champion is Kevin Smith?
It would feel correct. It would feel like the way it should be. The man should wield that belt. I have already coached a team to the belt. I've coached a Star Wars champion to the belt. I haven't yet coached a singles champ. I want all 4 belts. I want to wield all of this. I want to be like the Conor McGregor of the Schmoedown and just hold multiple belts. And it starts next with Kevin because honestly, that is what I see happening. The way he played today, what we talked about before the match, the way we navigated the match. He knows the game and he knows the trivia, and it's just a matter of when the next match is scheduled to make it happen. The man's getting the belt.
So, Coy, Marisol McKee, Video Drew, Janine, Chance are all names out there right now. Do you have any which you prefer?
Do you know who they
they're
are?
All incredible. There's a reason they're in the conversation with Kevin Smith, and now the conversation is about him playing in the championship. So any of them would be an honor. To be honest, we played Janine before, and she's a force. Actually, we've played all these people before, but I really love playing with Janine because I love the way she plays. I love the way she navigates. So the tactics are interesting. Like, I really enjoy
When did he play Marisol?
So I think that'd be really fun with Kevin because Kevin's such a laid-back force of nature. You see his eyes get it, and then he makes it happen. And I also love that the only 2 that I remember us getting wrong, one was Bruce Willis, which we both have.
Where did he play against Marisol?
And the other, Gus Van Sant, with just the extended title. So now we know to avoid Kevin Smith categories.
And I'll be honest with you, like the milk was the last second pull. I was almost going to go with W because I was like, maybe the Josh Brolin, they buried him, and this is because I couldn't remember. And then at the last second, I was like, oh wait, Sean Penn, Milk. And then I went for, it's controversial, as we all know at this point, the fact that I threw a few more words on that title, but so be it.
Next time we'll know with the flourish. That's the fourth time we play, we'll talk about flourish.
I'm pretty sure Steph is frozen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna put it up at Scum and Villainy and parade it through the streets.
Absolutely. That's where it'll hang, right in Scum and Villainy. People can gaze at it and whatnot.
I'm sure if Coy gets a championship, he won't be like Conor McGregor and will actually thank you and others involved in the championship. But Coy and Kevin, it was so nice talking to you. Back to you at the desk.
Connor.
Well, what a way to start out this event here. Incredible, impressive performance by Kevin Smith as he defeats sassy Stacy Howard 17-15 via TKO. This was impressive. I mean, it really was. And there were a lot of questions because you see what the fan base was saying. You see what all the after shows were saying. Like, oh, Kevin beats the Flirt and Flouse and he beat Jericho, but what's he going to do when he faces a top 10 contender? Well, he answered that question today and he wound up doing it in TKO fashion. And Stacy Howard is not an easy victory. She's one of the really great players in this game. So this was
Mark Ellis and Mark Riley
by the Mercs
Just
and
a reminder,
especially Kevin Smith.
Two former champions.
I can give you firsthand testimony to the fact that Stacy Howard is just a top-notch competitor. And what Kevin Smith brings, Christian, is I'm going to call it a lackadaisical intimidation factor because you see him in the winner's circle there, and it's just like another Saturday afternoon at the park. Doesn't matter how hard he had to push his brain. He never loses composure. No. And I think that is going to fluster a lot of even veterans that he might face moving forward. But when you look at Stacy Howard, I think that she's got a new sort of mentality. I think that her and Sam worked very well together, despite the fact she didn't hear him for 5 seconds. And I feel like we have not seen the last of Stacy Howard. This performance that she had today, that pull in round 3, that was just the tip of the iceberg for her season.
That's what she usually does. She's continued to bring magic. Excuse me. And she almost came back to do it here today. Speaking of Stacy Howard, her and Sam Levine are with Steph Sabra right now. Steph?
Stacy and Sam, tough loss, but Stacy, you proved once again that you are one of the most fun and most talented competitors in the league. How are you feeling right now?
You know what? I feel good. Listen, I did really well in my first round. I pulled out all the stops, pulled some answers out of here and there, did my typical Stacy thing, and I had a blast. So overall, I consider this a win personally in my heart, and my heart belongs to Sam.
Aww.
Love you, girl.
Love you. Love you.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I did well. And I'm proud of myself today. So yeah, right on.
Right on indeed. I think she's frozen.
Maybe Steph is frozen. Sam, let's just chat. Tell me the doctor.
It's just you and me. Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Steph. There you are.
Hey,
All right, back, Sam. I know Stacy had joked about you needing to love her more, but you did come up with that love today. I felt it. I think everyone will see and feel it. What was the prep going into this, and how are you feeling about Stacy now on your team?
Oh my God! Every time I see Stacy, I hear her answer a question. It just makes me happier that she is playing with the usual suspects.
Sure
there is no one who brings as bright a light of joy and effervescence and fun to the Schmoedown than sassy Stacy Howard. She's OG. She's a legend.
I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, look. Obviously, it didn't go our way today, and that's fine. I don't know what else there is to say. Like, the ones the ones you don't, you go to multiple, or if you have to, you guess.
You know what you know, and what you don't know, you just
you got to navigate a match, and she navigates them with the best of anyone.
Absolutely, and I feel like my guess was pretty good at the end.
Absolutely, I was thinking Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, won an Oscar, probably a guy with some kind of epic voice, some kind of like authority to it. So. I threw it out there, but ended up being, J.K. Simmons, who I'm sure
didn't win an Oscar.
Oh, did great in the role. I don't know. Who's still Megamind?
Still,
I don't even know.
That's the thing, Stacy. Even when you're wrong, you're still right, girl. You still serve this greatness about you, even when you don't get it right. But Sam, you had to come in hot with the challenge. I know that you said that you didn't want to be the bad guy, and I know that you have a relationship with Kevin Smith. Did that make you at all nervous?
No, if anything, I'm not thrilled with the judges themselves, who 100% heard that wrong answer, and Christian decided to mark it correct, putting me in an impossible position to have to challenge. So thanks a lot, Christian. That's on you, sir, not me and not Kevin. That's on you.
Well, we do have this free-for-all coming soon. Will we see that Howard magic?
Will we see that Howard magic? Look, I don't think
Howard
we're supposed
the
to
Duck.
talk about who is going to be representing our factions in the free-for-all, but let me just say, if you are managing a faction and you have Stacy Howard in that faction, you'd be quite
idiot
foolish
not
to
put her
not
there.
have her in the free-for-all. That is all I can really say about that.
So
And
if it's
Stacey,
40
how will you be
competitors,
spending
how
the
many
next time
people from each
preparing for your
faction,
next
though?
match?
Oh gosh, I mean, I have Postmates coming, so that's my focus right now. It's lunchtime. I'm very hungry, guys. So that's, you just take it one day, one moment at a time. That's how I've always done
Stacey,
Schmoedown.
you deserve an unbelievable Postmate meal. I hope
Thank
they give
you.
you that 5-star quality food delivered right to your door. Sam, it was such a pleasure seeing you again. Good luck. Back to the desk.
All right, obviously, always classy in defeat is Stacy Howard.
classy sassy.
Fun match. She's right. That pull
Yeah, it
for the
doesn't work.
3-pointer was incredible. It was an incredible pull. She does exactly what she does, and just it's hard to come back from when you're down 7 points. It's just a hard. I mean, some people have done it, but I actually. Only a team has done that. Nobody in singles history has ever come back from a 7-point deficit. So that's a very hard thing to do. And it was just too big of a lead by Kevin Smith.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a
someone
good
did come
idea
back
by
from,
Stacy too to get Postmates.
pretty big
I might.
deficit and actually
We got
won.
another thing after this, or are we done?
No, we ain't done yet, partner. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to go to a small break. But when we get back, it is time for the main event. Could Kevin Smith possibly be going up against one of these two gentlemen? We're going to find out, because the championship battle is going to be underway. That is right. The former 4-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell. He is 17-6, looking to become 18-6 and win his 5th unprecedented championship. But he's got to do it against the undefeated 7-0 champion, last year's rookie sensation, Adam the Coyote Collins. It is their second match. It is their second battle. Who will win? Who will come on top? Who will be the champion? You're going to find out after the break. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I actually answered 8 questions in this match, which is just incredible to me because I thought I wasn't going to get a single point. But yeah, I pretty much nailed round 1. I mean, I got 7 out of 8 questions, technically 9, but that sort of stuff doesn't really happen to me in singles. So yeah, and I'm actually proud of myself. But yeah, and then obviously the 5-pointer. It's a weird way of how I got there, because a couple of weeks ago I saw this post on Facebook that for some reason J.K. Simmons only plays characters with a mustache, and like J. Jonah Jameson, the dad from Invincible, the Warden from Megamind, and I think one more. And then, like, a couple of days ago, I was casually watching a video that happened to include clips from Megamind, and it had that scene of the Warden saying to Megamind, "You're a villain, and you'll always be a villain." And that is how I made the quick connection in my head that was J.K. Simmons. That's why, I mean, I love the movie, but I don't think 2 weeks ago I would have been able to pull that guess out of my head. But yeah, I'm happy that I got it at the end. And well, too bad it didn't work for Stacy. I mean, I suppose the Stacy Howard magic has its limits, and we definitely. Sorry, the pizza. It's coming back to me. But yeah, we definitely saw the limits of the Stacy Howard magic starting to dwindle, but I'm guessing it's only a hiccup. It's only a small, a minor setback. She's gonna come back stronger than ever, like we know that she can. And yeah, I mean, I think it was a great match. It's always fun whenever Kevin is around, and can't wait to see the next time Kevin Smith will be in the Schmoedown. So that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, everybody. Obviously, I gotta gather my thoughts and watch and react to the main event, Adam Collins versus Dan Murrell. I'll be back in just a minute. Schmoedown! Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.